Right. We've got sound, we've got picture, and we have. Yeah, we're good. We're live. Live from Northampton. In the red corner, weighing a mere 20 pounds. We have a viewer. Rejoice, we have a viewer. We got 3 viewers. Rejoice, fourfold. 4. We're getting there. Getting there. Will we break 10? That is the question. So we're at 4, so we may as well. I'm early again. That's twice now I think I've been early. So hello and welcome to the SprueSurgery Waiting Room weekly extravaganza, where we just generally talk, do bits of modeling and stuff like that. That's about it really, but we have good fun doing it, and I should hope that in some way it's entertaining. I do try. There we go. So, I mean, what's happened this week? Well, we've had the sad news that the dungeon has closed, and the Saturday show has finished. That was a big part of many people's lives on a Saturday night. That has now closed. I'm not going to go into the issues that may or may not have happened, just to wish both Terry and Colin all the best for the future and hope they go on to do good things. I hope that at some point I can get to work with them both. I've been fortunate enough to be friends with them both now, and yeah, so it's just one of these things that tends to happen. It's unfortunate, but you know, it happens. So I just wanted to wish them all the best moving forward. Okay, now that's done. I've got a 3D printer running up. Was it last week I had it set up running? So you can probably hear it in the background. It's doing a Superman base at the moment. Not much to look at. It's a bit boring. I've learned a lot this week. I've learned a hell of a lot. You know, I've had a couple of failed prints, and you know, I know why they failed and things that you probably need to do before you start printing. So already I'm learning little tricks and tips and that I've got to use. Yeah, so that's printing that. What I'm going to do is we're going to have a look at some of the stuff that I printed this week. I'm going to show you it as it came off the printer, and then we're going to clean it up and see what it looks like. And we're going to do that live now. Let me think. Yeah, so we'll do that here. I'm going to put the camera down, and first of all we will pull out Superman's. No, so it's okay. I keep saying Superman, it's Batman, and this is his cape. Look at the amount of plastic you use to build his cape. All that is waste. So there's nearly, I'd say 50-50, maybe even higher, you know, 60-40 in favor of the plastic. So we're going to now, it does tend to break off fairly easy. You do have to be careful around thinner pieces, because Although these would be these would be quite clever to use maybe as Roman columns in a diorama or something like that. All of this is waste. Hello to those that are in, Rob, Mark, and oh yeah, that would be great, Mark. Bob's in, Sprue's in, whatever floats your boat. It's not for me though, all this 3D stuff. Yeah, you know, it's not for everyone. But, you know, try and cover as much as I can, different genres and styles. But, Rob, would you buy one? Not a 3D printer, but we'll have a look at this. And would you buy like a kit that was cleaned up and it was just, you know, like that, ready to paint or... I think you might need to wear safety glasses while you're doing this, really. They're the tougher bits that are going to need. Probably going to need something, a file or something to remove some of them. Make sure I ain't sliced into my hand. I think it's easier to get off if you peel it off the moment it comes off the printer. But I wanted to show everyone exactly what it was like. Let me just wheel the bin over so I can get rid of this plastic. Well, you make sure that goes into the North Sea. It's a pity there's not a way of, you know, selling it back to plastic melters or something so they can repellet it or something like that. You know, maybe give you a discount on your rolls of PLA or whatever substance you're using. Right, so, you know, there's a bit of cleanup, obviously, but that looks pretty damn good, I've got to say. As a cape, it's got its locating notch there. And then that's where the head goes, so there's a little notch in there for that. I mean, this is going to be quite a size when he's stood up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what everyone thinks, but I think that looks pretty damn good. Angela's in. Hello, Angela. She's not at home tonight. So there's the cape. Now we're going to clean up the body. And this is how the body came out. Again, a lot of waste plastic, which is sad, really. I wonder how long it will be before the you know, before the people, Greenpeace or whatever, get on that about 3D printers, and we'll have to wait and see. And there's a big plug on both the feet there, so you know, when that slots in, that's going to be sturdy as hell, isn't it? Yeah, it's got a locating peg at the side, so you can, yeah, you can only put it in one way. Again, just peel that off. And you really just need to squeeze these plastic supports together. Now, what I found out, which I didn't know when I printed these first two off, is you can position this on the, wait until I've cleaned this up and I'll try to demonstrate more what I mean. So we've got quite a bit of cleanup to do on this leg here. And on this, yeah, I think I need a pair of pliers or something on there. Oh no, it's come off. Oh, mind you, so's half the arm by the looks of it. Where did that piece go? Yes. Right, so that's not good. Part of the arm's come away there. Now let me see. I can keep that. If I can clean that off there, I can get that back on. Like that, yeah. Right, yeah, so I can clean that back up. I just need to be extremely careful with this bit. There we go. Once this is sanded down, now before I do anything, I want to glue this back on because otherwise it will go missing. I wonder if there's some sort of tool been made to help remove this. Or do you just use pliers? Right. Yeah, so I can clean that up. It's not a problem. Right, let's get a bit of glue on there. And I'm just using Tamiya Tech Quick Dry, same as I would normally glue anything together. Just press it together slightly and then run it down the seam. Is anything coming out? I think so. My jar is nearing the end of its life. So no, I don't think there's much. Is there anything in there? I think I might have to change the bottle over. Now I've got a bit. Just gotta. There we go. That's better. More like it. There we go. Right. So apart from that hiccup, which is going to require a little bit of filler as well around there. Just need to make sure. There we go. Right, let's leave that to go off. So basically, there's his body. And we've got nice logo on his chest. You know, just needs sanding down, a bit of filler here and there, and then that goes on the back there like so. And that will, I think you're going to need, that sort of goes on there like that. That's going to be quite a big model. The head goes on the top, and then he's standing on the base, which is about that high. So I've got no idea. I don't want to put this on yet because these will all get cleaned up separately. So I don't know. I mean, how much do you reckon you'd pay for a kit like that out of a model store or something like that? And there we have it. That's so yeah, I got them printed this week. Obviously the base. We've just got the head to look at now. I need to be a bit careful on the head because I don't want to break anything off on the head. Now the head is in this box. No, that's my. So, got a pair of hands in here that I printed the other day. I did take the cleaner off then. Other one's the same. Here's the head. We're about to clean that off. Detail's a little bit soft, but with good, careful painting, I think you'd be able to enhance that. Now then, unfortunately, on this build, I had to do a change of color halfway through, and I'm just trying to see the square block that it would normally sit in. So unfortunately, hold on, maybe I've got it the wrong way. My mistake. Yeah, so that's going to go in like that. So, and then that's going to go on like that. Yeah. So he's sort of, if I can hold him together. Oh, his head's fallen off. There we go. That's a better. So he's going to stand on the base like that. You know, what's going on over there? And he's you know, obviously getting ready to clobber somebody. Yeah. So I mean, I would think at least 40 quid somebody would pay for this. I'm not selling them, but you know, I'm just trying to work out how much I've saved running the printer. I'm quite happy with that. I've never done a Batman before. So, yes, I'm really pleased with that. There he is. That's Batman. He'll go on his stand. So there we go. This was the failed attempt. This was the start of his stand. Unfortunately, will that all fit in there? No, the cape's not going to go in there. The body might, but the cape will not. No. So let's pop that back down there. And we'll have a look at the chat before we move on to something else. So let's have a look at the chat. Angela says, or Mrs. Sprue says, nope, so you can be as rowdy as you like. Lies, I tell you. Lies. John Paul says, cool, some 3D printed stuff. Micro Mark makes a tool to remove this stuff. Brilliant. I shall look into that. Thanks for that, John. Smooth says, just sitting in the chat, mate, modding as I'm in another hangout. Okay. And Bob saying hi to Angela. Yeah, Bob. Bob had a small drink last night. $60 says John for that Batman figure. Yeah. What's that? That's in money. That's a bit more than I said, isn't it? Or it might be around the same. Rob B says paralytic superhero. Seam and mold remover. Yeah, that's what. Let's move on. What kits? Did I get any new kits this week? I can say yes, I did. Which is unusual because I don't normally lately, but it was my birthday this week, and so off Angela, I got, amongst other things, I got this, and I've been after this for such a long time. I was after this when it first came out. I pre-ordered it. but for some reason things weren't to be, and I didn't get one. Then I got told that they'd actually been cancelled. They weren't building them. Then I saw Sebastian building one on his channel, so I knew they were out then, and I chased it up, and I finally got one, but it got put away for my birthday. Here it is. I haven't even opened it yet because I'm going to do a review on it. I know there's other reviews out there, but I'd like to do them in my way, live. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So I got that, and then a very good friend who shall remain nameless because he doesn't like the publicity sent me this. I like ICM kits. I like the figure kits. I also painted the Mountie that comes from the same series, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was actually sent to me by the same person. Yeah, so again, haven't opened this. This is going to be a review as well, so I look forward to doing that. So that, and I had some PLA. I managed to get a roll of PLA. I haven't opened it yet. It's over on the shelf from Creality. So I've actually got a roll of one of their own, and I only paid £7 for it. That's excellent value for a 1 kilo roll of PLA. Now, as for building, drum roll, please. I have finally, remember I said the other week, I hadn't actually finished the kit since since I left ISM. I think I finished the kit round about that time, but I never finished one after that. But tonight, I can finally reveal I finished one. Yes, it is done. I'm going to bring it on now so we can have a look at it. Now then, I'm going to put this on. I just want to see. Now I'm just going to see if I can change camera quickly. There we go. So we're down on this one now. Can I get that a little bit higher? I just want to stand it on a box, maybe. Try this toy box. Right. Put that there. Is that going to come into focus? Lower the light a bit. What happens if I turn the light off? A minute. Right, let me just turn it on. Sometimes the movement will... Is that... it's a bit blurry, isn't it? Is it how blurry do you think it is? It looks quite bad on there. Let me see if I can... This was working fine earlier because I tried it. Ah, there we go. So yes, I finished this, the Escort that I've been... oh, that bloody front light is... I've got this front light slightly out. just adjust it slightly, and it just keeps dropping back for some reason. But apart from that, I'm really quite happy with it. It was a kit that didn't really, it went together okay up to a point. There were certain issues around it, but we drove on, no pun intended, and yeah, this is the result. Yeah, I'm really quite pleased with it. I'll just bring it up so you can see I've really got nothing to play with on the cord. So I will put some pictures up later on. I'll get some pictures put up on the channel. Sorry, my hands are shaking a bit today. Oh, like that. Yeah, best put that down. Yeah, so that's finished. That I can put a tick by that. So yes, this was glossed with the Zero Paints 2K, and unfortunately the bonnet I dropped after I glossed it, and it got dog hairs and gravel, like, you know, little gravelly bits in it, and it looked quite a mess. And at one point it did look like it was beyond saving, but I did manage to retrieve it. It took quite some time with some very fine sandpaper. Slowly went through the layers until I got right down just above the decals, and by that point most of the gunk had come away, and then I had to respray it. So yeah, it's Zero Paints 2K. I'm just gonna stop there. I haven't attached the bonnet. I've left it so you can just lift the lid off and see. There's nothing, there's not a mass amount of detail in there. Come on, focus for me. Not a mass amount of detail, but you know, it does the job. Also, I didn't attach the shell, because then you can pick the shell off and then have a look inside. That's the this back rail here was not part of the kit. I actually put that in to attach these harnesses to. There's the engine again, and then underneath it's just quite plain. A little bit of very small amount of dusting of powder on there. And yeah, it's got all the fire. I believe it's the fire system that they have on, or they had on there, or maybe it was something else. Maybe there was no fire system back then. The red canister down there, which I believe I painted the wrong color, and one down there, but you know, it's not a competition entry or anything like that. It's good enough for what I want. And then you've got the battery terminals on the front there. I could have added some wire if I wished to. Yeah, and the glass is glued in from the roof, just using PVA. Just drops that back on, and then put the lid back on. And there we are, one Ford Escort. I don't know whether it's up to anyone's standards. I don't know whether it's coming through very well on there or not. But there we go. Right. Right, let me pop that to one side. Now, the other thing that I've been working on behind the scenes is the Spitfire. Now, I had a lot of trouble with the Spitfire. It was part of a video build, and I religiously stuck to that right up until the point I dropped it. From that point, it's been a bit of a battle. So I will be doing another video live build. It's probably going to be the last one for the Spitfire, and it's just going to cover the decaling, going over stuff like that. So I'll bring it over. I'm halfway through painting it. I worked on this last night. So as you can see, I painted the bottom, and I've top coat gloss on it. Yeah, it's still, you know, bits still keep falling off, but it got dropped and damaged, and there are some weak areas in it. I have to be careful. Once the decals are on, it'll get a matte coat over the top to make it as it should be. This side's a real problem as well. That's the other side, and all this was done freehand. So I'm just going to move to the top camera now, because this is a bit a bigger aeroplane to be looking at from that low angle. Right, so we're back on the top. Yeah, and this was all done freehand. All I've got left to do is this very light grey blue colour, which I'm going to use greyish blue, actually. H337, which is the hobby colour. H337, yes. That's the next job to do on that. Once that's done, I'll probably be looking at decaling. No, I'll be looking at going round, doing the exhausts, getting the tyres back to black, you know, little things like that. And then it will be continuation on weathering. And then probably, I don't know whether I'll do the top coat before the weathering, or yes, before the weathering. What am I saying? Yeah, and that should be very, very close to being done as well. I don't think it's going to be finished this year, so it'll probably go on next year's tally of kits. So I'll probably get painting on that later. Unfortunately, airbrushing is not really something you can do when you've got people watching, because of the noise of the airbrush. Let's pop that back. And then is there, I think, I'm not sure whether there's a, oh, I brought out the old HMS Victory and gave that a decent top coat. So that's all been given a nice top coat now. I don't know if you can see. Oh, it's going to be difficult to see that. There we go. So again, all I'm waiting on for this is I've got to get some photo etch. Unfortunately, in terms of priority, the photo etch for this is right at the very bottom of the list. There's many more things I need more important than this photo etch. So it will get finished sometime. I don't know when that sometime will be. So with that said, let's do a bit of modeling. And I think today I'm going to be carrying on with the MiG 21. Yeah. Did you, Sergeant Bones, did you get that what's vac formed sails? They're really naff. They're really bad. I just can't put them on there. I would not be able to look at a ship seriously with vac formed sails on. The minute the wind blows, they you know they're so light, the wind will blow them about and they'll tap and rattle and no. I'm not. I can't do that. So I've got a couple of ideas. One is to attach fabric to the vac form, actually glue it down on the vac form and maybe stain it that way. That is one of the better ideas, I think, at the moment. I lost the MiG 21 box. That's 3D. Here's the MiG 21 box. Right. Mama loves her baby. Daddy loves her too. Babe. There we go. Babe. Been listening to Pink Floyd earlier before I came on. I posted that at the beginning of the chat and nobody guessed it was Pink Floyd. Or at least nobody said that it. I thought it was really clear. Davey UK says hello everyone. Right, now what have I done with the instructions for the MiG? They're under this book. Come on out. I don't know. I've watched a few videos this week of kits that have been put together. And I know I sent a video out to some of my friends. Plasmo did an FW190. Man, oh man, what a amazing talent that guy has. It was just incredible to watch what he done with that small kit. Just something else. I mean, when he picks up the photo etch, he just puts it on and it goes where he wants it to go. An absolute god. Whenever I pick photo etch up, it just sticks everywhere I don't want it to go. It won't stick anywhere I do want it to go. The stuff's a piggy nightmare. Right. So I've got that side on. I've got that side on. I've done that. Now, yeah, I'll put that on. I'll put my little knob was put on there. Yeah, that all went together okay. Now it's on about using a decal. But if I use a decal there, I don't know. Did I hear something then? I don't know. I thought I heard somebody say something then. PE8, PE2. Yeah, I've got them in. PE8, I think I've already put that on, haven't I? So let me just have a look and see if PE8 is. There's a little trick. Well, it's not a trick as such, but what I do when I've got kits on the go that I want, that I'm busy building, and maybe I'm working between the two. When I pack everything away, because photo etch is so easy to bend, and the amount of times you come back, it's all bent up and no good. What I do is I put it under the cutting mat, halfway along where I can get it, and then I just slide it out when I need it. And then I've got another one here, and they're perfectly flat all the time because the weight of the mat keeps them flat. And when I finished, I'll slide them back under. And so PE8 is that's PE8 there. Ooh, baby boo. So if I put that on, doesn't really tell you there, but if I put that on, I'm going to have to remove. I'm going to have to remove all that detail off. Now the question is, yes, the photo etch looks better in terms of color, and if it will come into focus, there we go. But and this is the big but. If we can get in there, we've got some switches and buttons on that panel that the photo etch is going on. And I think that they will look better with a bit of dry brushing on than just the flat color panel. But we'll see. For now, I'm going to leave them because I'm going to dry brush them buttons, and I'm going to go in with a detail brush and maybe put a wash on there as well. And I think that will look better than the photo etch in the long run. Mix and match, that's what I'm doing. So with that said, now then we've got to oh, hold on a minute, that back bit's that back bit is painted silver, maybe. Yeah, that inside there, so that needs painting silver. I'm assuming both sides. Right, so let's get that sorted out. So we need silver in this section here, and then we need C3 and C48. And then C46. Oh, we need weight in the nose. Right, so C46, 48, and C3, and the weight in the nose. Right, excellent. Let's. Have our special guest Daniel in the room tonight. Daniel's the dog, and he is he's in his bed. There we go. So see, they're all on there. So, just saying that Sergeant Bones, you made a good choice, Mark. Sometimes photo etch is not better than the plastic. I totally agree. And the thing is, a lot of people think that because they've got a photo etch kit for their cabin or whatever, that they've got to use it all. If they don't use it all, they think they think they're missing out on something. Well, sometimes it's just not worth putting that piece on. A classic example for me is the toe section where your toes go on aircraft. But you know, them pedals, the flight pedals, because 9 times out of 10 the plastic is just as good. And this is an item that you're not going to see because it's down underneath where it's dark. So is it worth the hassle of putting it on? I don't think so. So 9 times out of 10, I won't. And again, sometimes the plastic just doesn't look as bad as they would have you believe. And a classic example really is these panels. And really, it's with a lot of them, because a lot of you get these kits now, a lot of these kits on these panels, they've got all the buttons scanned, and the control panel looks realistic in terms of where the buttons are and everything. And then, you know, you buy the Edward kit and they tell you to rub all that off and stick this metal photo on it. And yeah, you know, it looks good, but it's still flat. And yeah, I'm really beginning to decide to go with the plastic on a lot of these now, rather than, you know, sticking a flat picture on there. Now, if they bring out photo etch that's got raised areas with all the button detail on, now that would be amazing. So we're looking for 16, we got 46, 48, 3. Mother, do you think they'll try to break my bones? Ooh, mother, should I build a wall? Donald Trump's favourite song, I reckon that must be. Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. What we got here? 48. Really are a classic band, Pink Floyd. I would go so far as to say they're probably the single best band of its era. C3. La, 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 la. There's 3. Now then, have I already got the nose cone out on this? I don't think I have, but D80. We need to find D80. Come on, where are you? It's going to be the bloody last one again. It's always the... Oh, there it is. Almost the last one. Now then, I think we'll get this one ready, because it requires some weight putting in it. Yeah, mine's The Wall. My favourite Pink Floyd track at the moment, well, has been for, well, life really, is Mother. Oh, I love that song. Mother, should I trust the government? For me, mother, should I trust the president? There we go. So let's get my choice of weight and some PVA. Now, interestingly, this is called liquid gravity. And it's not actually liquid. It's tiny little pellets of shot. It's minute pellets. Liquid gravity. There's no liquid in it. Talk about misleading. Right. So first things first. Let's open up this hole. Let's get my dad's a big Pink Floyd fan, huge. He was telling me about apparently they've got a long running spat between forgotten their names now. But anyway, there's a long running spat going on. Can't remember what told me what it was about now either. So we'll put a bit of glue in the bottom, not much, just about that to begin with. And then we'll pour liquid gravity on for it. Yeah, that's it. Can't remember his name. And we just pour this in. Free flowing, it says. Does that look free flowing to you? Or is it me? That is not free flowing. Oh, that's ridiculous. There's a bloody big hole in the top there and all. Talk about getting a fucking description wrong. How the hell is that? Right, let's cut the hole a little bit bigger, shall we? That's what I like about these. They just slice straight through that. There we go. Well, we get near the top. And then we're going to put another lot of PVA on it. There. And that will act as the seal for the top. So until that dries, we've obviously got to keep that upright. So we're going to use this foam block here. And that will just hold that there to go off. Bingo. There we go. Let's just put that down. So that's me nose weight done. put a lid back on the liquid gravity. We don't want it spilling everywhere. This build, of course, is for my Russian group build, where you can win a pair of these. Display single edge sprue nippers, or whatever you want to call them. They're adjustable so that you can sort of do that, and they won't meet in the middle. They won't touch, so they're not going to damage. The blade's not going to get damaged. Beautiful they are. One of the best things I've ever bought to use in this hobby. Right, put the PVA to one side and let's move on. So then we've got now what happened here, because have I missed a step out? Yes, there it is. I thought something was odd. So we've got this here. We've put those on, and then we had this to go on next, I believe. That goes in the back end of this. All right. There we go. Let's pop that on there. You're not really going to see it. Hold on a minute. Up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it. And then on this one, we want to put a drop around the edge. I don't think we're going to see any of this outer shell, or so I'm not too concerned. Right. And we've got this little fan, which I'll get that off there without breaking it. Yes. It's going to go on like that. I don't think that glues on there. But there is a possibility that will fall off. So I'm going to glue it just to be on the safe side. Whoops. I actually dozed off there for a second. Not good. Just mixes that pellet load. Yeah. That's all of them, really. Come on, let's go in there. Struggling to get any. I will get it sorted. Right, there we go. Right, that's on there. And then next we've got the this long tube. Where did I put that? Right. Just trying to see how that best goes. Excellent. And that goes up. Yeah. So we're going to glue that in place there. This is where you get fingerprints if you're not careful. There's too much glue. You put the glue on, sorry, and then what happens is there's too much paint and the glue, the vapors start softening the paint where you're holding it around the edge. Yes, I do. I play Diablo 3 a lot. I play Diablo 3. I play Doom. I play Mario, Forza. Crikey, so many games. I've not played the PS4 as much lately. Mainly been Xbox and Nintendo Switch. They're my two current favourite systems, and yeah, love it. We're looking to that was there, wasn't it? Now we're caught up. Now we can. What the hell is that? Right. Now we have a ring to go on, actually. D93. D. Where is D? Here we go. Has to be. Oh, I was going to say it has to be that one, but it doesn't. D93 is already out, so it has to be this one. just glued on a cocktail stick, so we'll take that off. Go around the edge, make sure it's cleaned up. Yeah, we're okay. And that is going to go on here. But how? That think. Yeah, like that. Yep, that's how that goes. So that they line up. Yeah, it's saying that's dark iron. You know, I can probably paint that. Yeah, so yeah, I can definitely do that on there. So I'm going to just swivel that around a little bit. We've got another one. To go on there. There we go. We'll sort that out in a short while, that painting of that anyway. Right, the weight's done, so that goes in there. You've got C16. We've got the other side of this. This has gone in on this side. But not on this side. Which I'm assuming it needs to go on. C16, I don't see it. So it's got to be in the box still. What have we got on the clock? 9:17. So I think I'm going to finish it there. I'm going to carry on off air. So if anyone wants to drop in and join, the link is already up. It's the same link. It's the same link. So you know, just go and drop in on that, and you'll come in through to here. It'll be off air by the time you do that. No, it's I don't play on the PC. I can't get used to it, so no, I'm not the master race. I'm afraid, just little lowly me on the Nintendo Switch. So, but if anyone else plays on Nintendo Switch or Xbox, maybe PS4 when I can be bothered to fire it up, just let me know. Send me a mail or a message with your relevant details on, and I'll send you one back. I think that's it, really. Thanks for watching. And I will see you all again probably before Christmas. I'll probably do like a little Christmassy thing, maybe between now and next week. I'm not sure whether we'll be on next week. Is it Christmas Day? I don't know whether it's Christmas Day or not, or Boxing Day. If it's Boxing Day, I definitely won't be on because we're over my mum's. So it doesn't look likely, to be honest. So what I might do is try and do something in the week, just a little something. We'll see. So anyway, I'm going to go. I'll leave you all to enjoy the rest of your evening. Don't forget the hangout's up and running if you want to drop in. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.